Just saw the news on lore. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to avoid, like, I have this thing. I know I could make some posts that get massive engagement by doom posting lore and talking about how it was the greatest game ever and we're super gonna miss it. You know, like I could like, but I don't want to do that. Like people are getting emotional right now, which is very understandable. I just don't want to play off of that. I instead want to just wait and see what happens February 2nd. Said that they chose PvE over PvP. What are your thoughts? I mean, it's not really thoughts. It's more like facts, right? Like, this stuff probably... Let me see. Like, this stuff probably makes them more money than everything else in Runeterra combined. Oh, look, Mordekaiser fragments. Yes, I will take that. Like, that's my guess. I assume this page is their main moneymaker. Like, what else are people buying? They're not removing PvP chat. Where are you guys getting these ideas from? Bro, I swear misinformation flows like a river. They're just reducing the amount of people working on it. And focusing more on Path of Champions. And see what I mean? People are giving so much wrong information. It's insane. True. Only thing confirmed is Riot Forge, but not lore. Exactly. Yeah, Riot Forge is getting kind of axed. To a large extent. You stumbled on lore and got hooked 3 years ago. I didn't see a single proper lore ad. Of course, it will not be super popular. I don't think that's the issue, guys. I don't think lack of advertisement is what's keeping lore from being a #1 game on Twitch. I mean, I've talked about this ad nauseum on my stream. I think I know what the problems are according to me. I could be wrong. I have my own opinions. I've discussed them before. I like card games, I do. But if I'm going to play them online, they have to look good, man. They have to be like well put together. Look how well lore is put together. Lore is an amazing game engine. I don't think people appreciate how good this is. Like, this is really well put together. The cards are well put together. The graphics are really nice. I mean, you do get that, right, chat? Like, I know we're used to just seeing this, and all you guys see right now is fizz. But think of it from a new player's perspective. Like, this is really, really good. Like, the engine and the cards and everything are really nice. It's a lot of work put into this to look this good. You know how hard it is to put all this together? And then you look at other online card games and they're trash in comparison. Like, the only other card game I can think of that looks as good as lore is Artifact. That one looked amazing as well for its time. That's about it. Man, you guys are going to get me depressed. What's wrong with you, chat? Stop depressing the streamer. I said, let's wait for February 2nd. You guys just want a Doom post. Everyone, you like, all of you are, you know what you guys are? You're the people who like to watch sad animes that have sad endings so they can actually feel something in their hearts. No, stop it. I don't like sad animes. I like to live optimistically. I mean, I'm not going to do what you guys want me to do. We tried so hard. The game got so far. In the end, Timo never mattered. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna cry a river and everybody like going and put their mourning hats on. Like, it's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm not playing this game, chat. And this is not the time to also talk about how to fix the game because, you know, there's a time and a place, chat. People are getting fired. Like, a lot of people are losing their jobs. I think it's insensitive to start posting on Twitter saying, well, you know what? This is how you fix your game. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm not going to Doom post with you guys. I'm not going to do it. You guys might want to, like... I don't know. I'm not going down that route. So, what will we do, Mr. Grappler? What do you mean? The same thing we always do, Mr. Mitcher. Stream games. Lore's not dead today, chat. Lore's still fine. Do you think card games can survive in the long term? Yeah. Sure. But now no one will be investing money in lore anymore. We'll see. We'll see what happens. How would you feel about the lore news? It's a bit of a bummer. I'm not letting it affect me massively because, again, we need to wait for February 2nd to see exactly what's happening. So until we get to that point, I'm not going to Doom post. IRL lore cards would be a sick merch idea for profits. True. We're talking about hyper profitability, like things that are very profitable. That's what you need. In my mind, and I've been saying this for like a year or two, their problem is I just like to open packs. I do too. I've talked about this so many times, Rolly. I don't know if I've made a video on it before, but like, their problem is there is no collectible card aspect to lore. There is no collecting. It's just you play the game. I've never, since like 3 years, ever had to wait to get a card. I haven't had the anticipation of, I cannot wait to craft that card. It doesn't exist. I have every card at my fingertips all the time for free. That's not a good model. It shouldn't work that way. You want your hardcore players, the one who plays 8 hours a day. I don't play. I play 3 to 4 hours a day, and I can craft the next 20 expansions. You want people who play a lot of hours a day at the start of an expansion to be eager to either grind out cards or pay money to get them a bit faster. Now, you can say, well, that is very pay to win. Depends. You can also limit how many, like, you guys, I mean, why do I have to go back to this convo? I've talked about it so often. You can limit, for example, how many cards they can buy per day. You can do limiting things. But yeah, overall, lore suffering from being fair. It's not about just being fair. I think they have certain design problems. I think it is a serious design problem. For example, the weekly vault, I have never enjoyed opening it once. Not one time have I enjoyed clicking that button. And that's supposed to be like your weekly celebration. That's bad design. Am I wrong here? Like, there's something wrong with the core speed at which you acquire cards if you're not excited for your weekly reward. If you're actually dreading clicking on it. And that's somebody who plays a few hours a day. Like, I play like 3 hours a day. How would you fix the weekly vault? All I got from weekly vault is 3k shards. Yeah, basically. Sad thing is, the meta is set after 1 to 2 weeks after a major patch release. Another 8 weeks are waited for variety and balance patch. What do you think that makes lore holding back making those? Probably because most of them are pretty bad suggestions that require a lot of work and they don't have the resources to do that work. Okay, let's make like lore IRL cards in the gift shop. Well, that first of all requires lore actually like communicating with the people who do IRL merch, and they probably have no connections with them because they've never done lore IRL merch. And then they have to ask themselves, well, is it worth making IRL merch for a game like lore when we can just do this exact same effort on a game like League and probably make 20 times as much money? So they probably, like, it's just wasted time for them. And like, there's a lot of suggestions seem good at face value, but when you start factoring in the reality, and when you start thinking about the costs, not the monetary costs, but the time Riot would spend on this, is it worth it for Riot in general, not just lore? Okay, chat, everybody in chat, type your first ever card game. I'm curious. The one that really caught your attention to card games. Yu-Gi-Oh, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh. Lore doesn't count. Artifact, Yu-Gi-Oh, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. MTG, Gwent, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Hearthstone, MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. Now, if you typed one of those card games, type one if they were very enjoyable when you first started playing them, like addictive even, like they got you addicted to the genre. All right. Do you know why it was addictive, chat? It was addictive for very similar reasons that slot machines are addictive. Collecting cards is addicting. It is. It's addicting to collect cards. People love to collect cards. Whether it be through packs, whether it be through weekly vaults, whether it be... Type 1, if... Type 1, if at least 50% of the time you're playing in one of those games, you were already daydreaming about the next deck you're going to build. It might have been a deck you saw a streamer play. Might have been a YouTube video you saw. Might have been your opponent who beat you with it. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now imagine this. You make a card game called Legends of Runeterra, and you say, yeah, well, that addictive part, we could just cut it out. It's not necessary. We're just going to make a good game. Sure, they made a great game. I still think to this day, on the market, there's no better card game to play. The playing of Runeterra is amazing. But they have that entire addictive part of the game, which is freaking awesome and fun and exciting to collect cards. And they said, we don't need it. Look at my shard count. 1.6 million shards. How many shards is an expansion? It's actually... Imagine knowing that one of the things that makes card games so fun is collecting and addicting. And you say, well, guess what? Let's, instead of making it addicting and super exciting, let's make it tedious. Because that's literally what it is. What happens in minute 1 of an expansion for me? I have to tediously craft every card. It's actually a moment that feels bad. I actually feel bad acquiring the new cards. It's not even a neutral emotion. It's, God, it's going to take me 5 minutes to craft all of these. Yeah. That's crazy. It actually feels like a waste of your time. There's a buy all button. Anyway, you get my point. It actually feels bad to acquire the new cards. The first time I ever talked about this, saying lore needs to be less easy to acquire new cards, you all hated me for saying it. You said I had a really bad point. I said this well over a year ago. People attacked me for it. But I'm telling you, chat. When they make it too easy to acquire the cards that you get them all instantly, it's no longer a CCG. It's just a CG. It's a card game. It's not a collectible card game. Removing the first C out of the formula cuts off the most addicting part about card games in the first place. What can I tell you? I stand by my point. I've had this opinion for years. I stick with it. You guys might disagree with me. I don't care. This is the best job I can do explaining it. I think that's the major problem behind lore. And guess what? If cards were slower to obtain, for everybody, including streamers, you know what would happen? The side effect is metas would take longer to solve because nobody has full collection of an expansion day 1. That's a big side effect, which is a good side effect. 2, early on in expansions, you would see way more deck variety because people would have very different parts of the full collection, so you get more deck variety. 3, you'll have, at least from a content creator perspective, that also means you'll have a lot more content to make. That doesn't really matter for you guys. It matters for me. But anyway, there you go. That's, in my opinion, been the biggest problem for lore for a long time. And I'm reiterating it again. Hopefully they fix it one day. I don't know. That's why Marvel Snap stays super fresh. Nobody can get all the cards, and people pick one deck and they just upgrade it. You see a ton of variety. True. Light spenders might just buy meta cards. Yeah, but you don't even know what the meta cards are, bro. Expansion starts. If even streamers can't get the full expansion, it'll take 2-3 weeks for even streamers to have a full collection. So that's... No one's waiting 3 weeks to craft their first card. People will craft cards that are not necessarily meta. And then they'll have to, like, grind to earn more. So they spend more time playing to catch up once the meta's figured out, right? Did you know POC has a better player pool than PvP? I'm not surprised. I actually played POC recently, had a lot of fun with it. I don't think lore can do this now because people will hate the person who steals their free cards. I disagree with you. I have before talked about my opinion, how I would incorporate it. I think I know how to do it, but well, it's up to the devs to figure out if they want to do it their own way. But I think I'd be able to figure it out. How would you feel now if after years of playing the game, you still don't have all cards and can't compete and climb, and new cards come out faster than you can grind them, and you never get a full set? Listen, I'll tell you off the bat, I really enjoyed playing Hearthstone as a casual player. I had every single priest card in Hearthstone, but I had no cards from any other faction, and I just mained priest, and I had a blast. I had a blast playing priest. I was a priest main. So you don't have to have every single card. Now, I'm not saying you need to go the Hearthstone run and make it as pay to win as Hearthstone is. You can find a happy medium, but I don't think the happy medium is you get every card day 1 of expansion guaranteed without spending a cent. I don't think that's a happy medium. I think that removes the collection aspect of it. You don't have to go one extreme or the other. You don't have to be or lore or Marvel Snap. You can go somewhere closer to lore, but lore is too far at the edge. There's no collectible aspect. It's not one or the other, guys. You can put it somewhere in between. And listen, It's not even like like somebody said you can like time gate the cards. The game is literally built around time gating the cards. Like, do you guys remember when the game first came out? Like, this is a time gate. You want to get new cards? Well, region rewards. This you need experience for, which means you literally need to play for a long time until you get to level 8 so you can hit your champion capsule. Oh, there we go. We got some champions. Her freaking Ray, you know, I'm happy. Like, these are time gates. These are literally designed by the devs for us to take a long time to get to the cards. I mean, when the game first came out, this was all part of the entire plan of how cards were released. You guys not remember back in the day when you went to buy cards, you could only buy, what was it, two of these per day? I mean, now they put it up to 10, but you could buy only 2 of these per day. Like, this was limited to how many, like, they literally, the devs know this. The devs did time gate the release of cards in lore. They just forgot about it. When I finished the region paths, I was actually sad, like, what do I do now? Yeah, I know, Rolly. I mean, now people maybe are agreeing with me more because they're seeing the downsides, but like a year ago, nobody agreed with me. I remember I made a Reddit post. It got absolutely butchered. Meta being established so fast every expansion hits a huge impact on making the game stale, sure. Build-order expansion, they gave more levels to region path, sure. You missed the region roadmap reward system. Hot take, Riot should be okay with lore not making enough money. The work the team has done to expand the world should be seen as an investment in the long term of the game. Only Riot knows that. They have the metrics. They have what they need to know that. I can't know that. I would like to think that, but I can't know it. Monetization is bad value. $10 for a champ skin that sees play for almost 2 times per game versus League skin you started for 45 minutes straight. I mean, I've even talked about skins. I think when it comes to the skins, they didn't choose the right way to do them, personally. But, like, for example, it's always been my opinion, if you really want to sell, like, a lot of skins, what you do is the following. You don't just take champions and make skins for them. Instead, you take very high impact cards and make really cool animation skins for them. For example, imagine, I love playing the card Ruination. Imagine they have in the store limited amount of time for this skin to be sold. This skin will be sold for the next week and then it's going to be gone for who knows how long. The special Ruination animation where it just looks amazing. Like, this crazy thing happens on the board. People want to buy that because it is a card that says every time somebody you play Ruination, you're telling the other person, screw you, right? It's a win card. So you want your win cards. If you can make them even more impactful, you know, that's what you spend money on. I don't care if Tryndamere has a different level up. There's nothing special about Tryndamere leveling. On the other hand, casting Ruination is almost always a special moment, right? So if you can make it even more special, that's where your eyes start to shine. And then you forget about monetary costs. It's just like, well, yeah, that could cost me $15, but it would be so awesome, right? So, I don't know. I think the wrong cards are chosen for this. I think you want to choose really high impact cards, not necessarily high play rate cards. Their design flaw is that there are no whales carrying the game. Look at Marvel Snap, for instance. I know. I agree. Rare skins that cost $500. I mean, yeah, you need to set it up in a way where whales will spend a lot of money. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. What was actually the most profitable thing that Riot even has in this game? Probably Path of Champions. My guess. Sunny said he wants to whale, but there is nothing to actually whale on. Understandable. Passage Denied got a cool animation, but he sees almost no play. Sure. Hot take, I think Snap will die too in a couple of years. Yeah, but at the end of those couple of years, they've made ridiculous money, right? Like, you know how profitable Snap is? It's ridiculous. They make crazy gold. IRL gold, like actual gold. A lot is wrong with you. Major B was talking about how they could have done gacha type animated skins that totally would have sold. Possibly, yeah. Snap got 30,000 viewers yesterday. Lore got 800. What's the problem? So what now? No more lore content? No, lore's not dead, chat. Relax. Rotation made it worse. I don't think so. I think rotation was necessary. How do you tell it's not dead? It's not dead. It's on sustainability mode. Sure.